morning, everybody. Actually, afternoon. Today, for those of you that don't know me, which is probably awesome, Professor Tabaka, I teach economy, and this is Annie Wharton, who is a former student. Actually, you learned a drawing class, right?
Drawing one.
Drawing class. And we had some issues, but, you know, I knew she was a good student, otherwise I wouldn't have been able to push her like I did. So I'm happy for that now. Anyway, Annie is law just graduated, and she's now living in Los Angeles in the Chinatown area and has a gallery with a friend. And she's back here. She's doing some film screenings at the Sagamore. You know, I'll let you guys know, but the Sagamore is very much interested in collecting and showing film and video and photography works there. And so since she was in town, she lovingly volunteered to speak to us. So here's Annie.
Are we Q&A or?
Well, I thought maybe you might talk about, because I put on the little thing about from going from student to artist to gallery, so maybe just kind of a quick transition.
Okay. Well, let's see. I met G-Day in probably 95 or 96.
Something like that,
Something
yeah.
like that. I graduated from University of Miami. I grew up in Tallahassee, Florida.
Something like that.
And then moved around a little bit. Went to Germany for a little while, New York, and then back to Miami. I ended up graduating with a degree in sculpture from University of Miami in 1998. While I was there at University of Miami, I felt like it was kind of a very important time for contemporary artists in Miami, because at that time, people were really starting to pay attention to things outside of contemporary Latin American art. Galleries were starting to show things outside of contemporary Latin American art. There was a group of us, and there was a really important show that Bonnie Clearwater put together called Making Art in Miami. It was kind of the first museum show that really focused on the contemporary art scene in Miami. There were Latin American artists in the show, but it also talked about the artists that were young artists making stuff there in Miami. And so I felt like it was kind of the perfect time, this was pre-Art Basel, to be a contemporary artist, because museums were starting to give shows. The scene was small enough to where it was easy to get writers to write about. Easy enough. There were writers shows, and the perfect opportunity arose. We have this awesome space in Chinatown, and the rent is not very expensive. We have the support of a couple really amazing friends who gave us a couple dollars to start it up, and have been getting a lot of press, international press. You know, the Museum of Contemporary Art in LA is going to be purchasing a piece from us, a video piece. We have an ancillary screening room where we show videos, and I'm a huge video, I don't know if fanatic is the word, but it's close, if it's not, you know. I just did, as Gina mentioned, I'm not LP, my business partner in LA at the company, where it's the name of our gallery, and I curated this thing at the Sagamore, and we're going to probably do that again. It went over really well. So video, it was a compilation of videos, and I'll show you a couple of those videos today. Maybe not on this because of licensing issues, but I can show you guys after we finish the interview or whatever. I'm going to take you through kind of Annie from the beginning of my work, beginning of my sort of career until now, and hopefully weave the transition. Are there any questions? There are no stupid questions, by the way.
So what she really wants is it for it to be more interactive. So, you know, for you to be able to comment while she's talking, so don't be afraid.
Yeah, I've been dominating this thing today, so please, feel free. No?
What is this difference that you said you had in Miami at the time when you started? It was like most of the galleries were showing
Latin American artists, yeah.
artists and stuff. And then you said there was also, but then they started showing us. Who's us?
Oh, well, there was a group of about, I would say 25 to 30 artists that were